Mike's mom just married Sarah's dad. Mike and Sarah, both grown adults, instantly hit it off at the wedding. They're technically step-siblings, but they didn't grow up together. Can they date?
No.
Tricky.
There's no way.
Tricky.
There's absolutely no way.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I said she done it right, and all she said was your baby.
Hey guys, and welcome back to a new vlog. I'm Robyn, and this is my husband Clive. Babe, we're gonna put a photo of yourself here so that you can be part of this intro with me, because I don't do anything alone. I'm joking. That's right. So I am alone today because Clive needed to go get a few things done for a bridal party that we're both in. Our friends are getting married and we are so excited for them. I am going to, I have a few things to do. Like I said, I'm going to clean up, and then we also wanted to take out our Christmas tree today. This year I want to do a little more color in the Christmas tree, but if it stays the same as last year, that's also fine. I'm not as excited about Christmas this year, which is even crazy for me to say out loud. Like, there's something about this year that I'm just not feeling in terms of the festive season. But maybe when the tree's up, I'll feel differently. I'm really hoping that that is the case. If you haven't yet, go ahead and like and subscribe. And hopefully in the next clip, Clive will be here. And there's on period.
Hey everybody,
What's
hey.
up?
I am back. King of the house is back. Priest of the household is back. Oh, I should probably tell you guys, so there's a new, a different format that we're trying out. We've got a little podcast set up here. So we're just trying something out. Let us know if you think we should start one. And if you do, what would we name it? Should it just be like the NYAKUDZI's? Boring. Let us know some potential podcast names in the comments. We might use them, we might not. But today I had some groomsmen duties, so we were out looking for suits, had some lunch with the boys, and then I came home.
Okay.
It was great. It was awesome.
You don't seem very excited about it.
It was awesome. No. You have to hide your excitement. Otherwise, your wife is like, oh, so you're having fun without me? And you don't want that problem. So today, we're going to do a cool BuzzFeed quiz. It's called 13 Extremely Controversial Dating Questions That Nobody Can Agree On. And then we're going to share our results afterwards. So I think this is going to be pretty cool. So the first one is, after doing some genealogical research, you find out that the person you've been dating is technically your third cousin. Can you keep dating? The two answers are, yes, if it's a super distant relation and you've never known each other as family, it's not a big deal.
That's
or
disgusting.
no, it doesn't matter how distant the relationship is. If you're related at all, you should end it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Are we telling each other what our answers are?
Maybe we can discuss it a little bit.
Okay.
I think this is a very obvious no.
Yeah, obviously.
I think it's a very obvious no. Okay, cool.
What is that thing where they say that your kids are going to like end up? What is it
like
called?
your kids are going to end up, what's it called, man? I'm sure a lot of people at home are like, it's
such a simple
oh,
thing,
dude, it's
probably.
right. It's on the tip of my tongue. I was going to say something very mean right now.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, like, you know, like the hillbillies and stuff.
That's me.
What's it called? Oh, man. Okay.
Ancestry. I mean, it is ancestry,
yeah.
but what is the
It's like
genetical
incest.
disorder?
Incest.
Yeah, but what's the genetical disorder that happens when there's ancestry?
I have no idea.
Okay.
This podcast is off to a flying start. Next question. It says, you develop a huge crush on your new roommate. It seems like the attraction might be mutual, but you aren't sure. Should you ask the roommate out?
Hectic. What happens
Yeah.
if you do and the person says that they don't like you as much? What happens to
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the biggest problem. The problem is
would you move
you
out?
shouldn't. Well, the rule is don't crap where you eat. Excuse the French. So if it's your roommate, like that's the problem. Like if your roommate doesn't feel that way, then someone has to move out. Who's it going to be? And what if you've got like a really great apartment? So I think the answer for me here is we didn't even share the statistical percentage, by the way. So in the previous question, most people answered no. 63% of people answered no, and 37% of people answered yes. So next. It says there's two options. Yes, it seems like the feeling is mutual. If it seems like this feeling is mutual, you might as well shoot your shot. No, too much can go wrong when you date a roommate. Keep it platonic.
We
watched the episode of How I Met Your Mother the other day where Robyn had to move out because Ted fell in love with her again. Told her he loves her, and then she was like, oh, this is
she was
awkward.
like, yeah, I'm good.
And then she had to move out. So I'm going to answer...
what are you going to answer, Mr. NYAKUDZI? What is it going to be?
See, I'm going to answer... Also, it's the concept of like having a roommate who's a female.
That's
so
what I was
odd.
going to say. Like, how,
This isn't Will and Grace, bro. This is real life.
Like, would you be comfortable living with another female, just the two of you? Obviously, outside of marriage.
I wouldn't.
Do you think you'd be comfortable? Well,
I don't think so. Sometimes it depends. Maybe if the person is like old and like literally nothing could ever happen. Then it's like the mermaid effect.
What's the mermaid effect?
The mermaid effect is that at first, when you see somebody, they look like a manatee, and then over time, because you spend so much time with them, they turn into a mermaid. I don't think the mermaid effect can take place when someone is like literally like 70 years old. If your roommate is like an old lady who's the caretaker of the house, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
If your roommate is another 26, 27, 28-year-old who's also single, I think that's a big problem.
Or who's in a relationship. That's an even bigger problem.
Or who's in it, either way. Big
also,
problems.
our battery's flashing.
But that's fine. Okay. I'm going to answer no.
I'm going to answer no. So 58% says yes. It seems like if the feeling is mutual, you might as well shoot your shots. 42% no. Too much can go wrong with the roommate. Keep it platonic.
Up next, your ex cheated on you and broke your heart. Years later, they come to you with a sincere apology and a promise that they've changed. In all the time that's passed, neither of you fully got over each other. Should you give it a second chance? Option 1, yes, people can change. If you trust the person now, go for it. No, they're your ex for a reason, walk away.
Look, I do think that people can change. I thoroughly believe in that. Also, I think it also just depends on when it happened. So, like if it happened years and years ago and you guys were kids.
Right.
And now you're back together, or you've come
different.
together. And it's different. You've grown up.
Yeah.
That was a different season in your life.
Yeah.
I would hope that you grow up. And I also think it depends from person to person because you would know the other person.
True. And also some people are exes because someone had to move away. It's not always like a hectic
But
thing.
this one is if you cheated though.
Oh yeah, this one is if he cheated, which is also hectic. But if it's after years, I believe people can change. But you have to also weigh it up with, obviously, when they come back into your life, you guys go out, have lunch, have conversations, and you'll be able to know right from the back whether the person has changed or not. So
you also need to set hectic boundaries.
And clear boundaries.
Clear boundaries.
Yeah. Batteries continue. So are we answering no?
No. No, I'm answering yes, sorry.
People can change. Okay, I'm going to answer no.
Hectic.
57% of people said no. 43% of people said yes.
Okay.
I am in the majority. Next, Mike's mom just married Sarah's dad. Mike and Sarah, both grown adults, instantly hit it off at the wedding. They're technically step-siblings, but they didn't grow up together. Can they date?
No.
Tricky.
There's no way.
Tricky.
There's absolutely no way. That's wild. I would not.
You wouldn't?
No.
It's tricky though. I think it's still tricky.
Like, we think so differently.
No,
It's
I'm not saying
crazy.
I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying I think it's tricky because it's like you're related, but you're not related. I mean, at the age that they're meeting. Think about the age.
that's fine.
Their parents are probably much older. If they're old enough to be at the wedding, thinking about dating, if they're like in their late 20s.
Yeah, but what if they both have younger kids? They're not the youngest. It doesn't say, like, I'm saying in a situation where
Yeah.
these two parents both have younger kids than the older
Than
ones.
these older ones, yeah.
Your brother and sister are going to be so confused because they're brother and sister.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But
So
then they
now-
see brother and sister dating, and then
Oh, yeah, that's
the
true.
kids will be like, oh, well, it's fine then.
Yeah, it's tricky.
But that's like me overthinking. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
The answers are sure. They're not blood related and they never knew each other as siblings. Why not? The other one is no, it's just too weird. They're family now.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go no.
Okay, I'm glad.
And the percentages are 55% no, 45% yes. Next, it says, let's talk about age differences. Is it weird for a 30-year-old to go on a date with a 20-year-old?
Is it weird, Clive?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. It is not weird at all.
Do you want to tell them why?
Because I think it's, you see, when it comes to ages, we have to, it's everything within reason and everything in relation, and context is important. If there's a 10-year age difference between a 19-year-old and a 9-year-old, very different.
Yeah, that's
But a 10-year age group difference between a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old, especially in the world that we live in now, I don't think that's a big deal.
Look, I don't think it is either. I just thought it was funny because
Just relax. Just calm down. We don't have to do that. They don't have to know all about that. So the options are nothing weird about that. Age is just a number. The connection is what matters. Or yes, it's weird. That's totally creepy and a huge red flag. So I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it's not a huge red flag and it's also
Yeah.
not creepy. So just relax.
Yeah, everybody just chill out, okay? And this is not me and Robyn speaking from anything, okay?
At all.
At all, okay? All right, moving right along.
Okay, it's 50-50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
by the way, you guys
50%.
can answer in the comments as we go along, by the way.
Yeah, 50% says nothing weird about that. Age is just a number. The connection is what matters. 50% said, yes, it's weird. That's totally creepy and a huge red flag.
Okay.
Okay.
Next, okay, same 10-year age difference, but now both people are older. Is it weird for a 40-year-old to go out with a 30-year-old?
Ha!
The rules are still the same.
But they try to catch us out because if
Why?
we said that it was weird in the first one and then
But it's not weird, guys. Okay,
It's
the
not
answer
weird.
here is the same. So I'm saying nothing weird about that.
88. That's crazy.
Okay, next up. You have 3 incredible dates with a person and then they totally ghost you. Ooh. A few months later, they reappear and apologize. They ask if you want to give it another shot. What do
No,
you say?
sir. No, sir.
Really?
It's a no
wow,
for me.
You have no. So a cheating ex can come back, but not some guy who ghosted you.
Because you had a connection with that person.
What if you? But you had a connection with the person who ghosted you.
Yeah, they ghosted me. Like,
But you had a connection.
no.
But they ghosted. But you guys had a connection.
No, you don't have a connection like straight after a first date, I don't think.
But it says here 3 incredible dates.
Oh, 3.
It
Sorry.
says 3 incredible dates.
No, that's different. Is it different? I don't know. Is it different? Or am I just
Sometimes,
I have,
guys,
like,
we
issues.
put too much pressure on the word connections. Sometimes the connection is 4G, sometimes it's 3G, okay? Sometimes it's LTE, sometimes it's 5G. Some connections take longer
What
to...
is the difference?
Look, I think you know how it is with me. For me, if someone ghosts you, it's a respect thing. That if someone is deliberately ignoring you, that person doesn't respect you. And if someone does not respect you, you should not be...
But is it not the same if
considering
someone
that
is
person.
cheating on you? Like, there's no respect there.
That's true, but again, even with that question, there's no nuance. So you don't know if it happened once, if it was a mistake. You don't know any of that stuff. And with this person, this is like a new person that you've met. So, but with the cheating thing, that's someone you've known for much longer.
That's what I'm
you've
saying.
Dated first.
That's what I was saying. You have a connection with that person. Like you I don't know if I can say that, but you've probably been intimate with the person.
You cannot say that, ROBYN-LEE. You have not been intimate.
Okay, let's say you're married.
No. You're not married. You're dating. You guys maybe kissed. You guys maybe shared a kiss. You guys hugged.
That's intimacy.
Yeah, but when you say this is the internet, people take intimacy and infer other things, okay?
Yeah, so with someone who you are in a relationship with, I think that's more intimate. Like, you know that example that, who was it? Nick Cannon made.
No.
About a guy and a girl, the difference between like an emotional affair and a physical affair. Like if a woman commits an emotional affair, I do remember it. With a relationship, you're more intimate with the person in that sense. But if like you go on 3 dates and someone ghosts you, there's no way I'm going to give you another chance because I don't know you like that. And also you've just shown me who you are in the first 3 dates. Like you clearly don't want to be with me.
That's true. But a connection is a connection. It's fair to go it's fair to just go back.
So what is your answer?
No, my answer is no way.
So why?
Sometimes I like to play devil's advocates. Although I don't like to play anything that's involved with the devil.
Oh my gosh,
it's just the phrase,
relax.
Okay, so the answers are hell no. Ghosting someone is what? Ghosting someone like that is so messed up. I'm just going to say that's what it said. This is BuzzFeed, so it doesn't say messed up. Okay.
It does not say messed up.
I could never look past it. Sure, I'd say I'll try again. It's not a huge deal. That's option 2. So I'm going to say hell no. That's messed up.
Okay.
And it says the answer, 76% hell no, 24%. 24% said that's fine.
Should I do the next one?
Sure.
8, is it ever okay for a boss to ask their employee out on a date? No.
Hell to
that is weird.
No.
That's like, we were talking about it in the week. That's abuse of power, I think.
Yeah, part of it is abuse of power, but also it's like, it's bad leadership.
Yeah.
It's I think also, again, don't crap where you eat. How are you going to tell the person you split a bill with, because you're a cheapskate, how are you going to tell them, hey, finish your work, where's the report? after you've like, you were really, because that's the problem. You can't crap where you eat. I think, let me put it that way. You just can't crap where you eat. So
for me,
as a boss, you cannot ask your employee on a date.
Sorry, I was saying for me, I think it's a psychological thing because you as a boss, you know that there is a chance that the employee won't be able to say no because they're afraid that they'll lose their job. So like there's that power dynamic.
There's that too. Here's the part that no one ever considers. When questions like this are posed, it's always like there's a good chance they'll say yes. What if they say no? How is that? Like now you've been like, hey, let's go on a date.
That's good. Just sit up
and then
for
she's
yourself.
like, nah. Now it's awkward in meetings, bro. Now it's weird. Now it's super duper weird in meetings. So no. The 2 options are yes.
Yeah.
As long as the boss is respectful and non-aggressive about it, there's no harm in asking. The second answer is no. The power imbalance is too significant. The employee might feel pressured to say yes.
How crazy is that? I just said that and I didn't even read that.
Nice. Okay, but then how do you feel about people that are maybe on the same level? So there's 2 people that are both managers, both single.
It would just be too hard for them to separate work from pleasure. So I don't think, which makes it tricky because we work together. I don't think like if you prior
we don't work
to,
together though.
Yeah.
We're in 2 different departments.
I don't know. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just think from a managerial point of view, if I'm in one department, someone is in another department, they're managing that department, I'm managing my own department, and then there's a connection with somebody, then you should be able to ask them on a date. You should be able to ask anyone on your level. It's like saying with your staff, can a coworker ask another coworker on a date?
Yeah.
I know there's some places where there's rules. Like in all the romantic comedies, they're like, I quit my job, let's go out on a date. Right? Like there's that happens as well. But I think that like on a coworker level, because then when it's managerial, it is coworker to coworker. It's no longer like boss to. That makes sense.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Anyway, let us know in the comments, guys. Next, what about coworkers who are peers?
Oh my gosh, what's happening?
BuzzFeed, are you guys? Do you guys have some
conversations?
Positions there? Is it okay to ask out someone you work with, assuming neither person is the other person's boss? We've just discussed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. There's two options. Yes, it's fine. Ask the co-worker out as long as neither person wields institutional power over the other. No, that's still not okay. The workplace should be off limits for dating.
Look, now that you said that, I agree. Yep. I think it's fine.
Yeah. 89% of people said yes. All right.
10. A high school teacher reconnects with a former student a year after graduation. The student is 19 now and the teacher is 25. Can they date?
Tricky. A high school teacher reconnects with a former... Why is the high school teacher reconnecting with a former student?
Also, is it a female or is it a male? Doesn't matter.
I don't think it really matters because
matters.
But we've seen so many cases where there's female teachers that are also abusing their power when it comes to students and stuff.
I think there's still that power dynamic. Why can't I speak today? I think there's still that power dynamic because, like, if you've... I can't unsee my teacher for being my teacher, even after school. So I'm still going to have that, like, respect towards my teacher.
Yeah.
Does the teacher see me as a student?
There's the problem for me. The problem for me is while you were teaching me, while you were being paid to teach me, were you looking at me like, ooh, that's a fine piece of something? Like
that's wild.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. So like, because what's the teacher going to say? You guys are going to reconnect and the teacher's going to be like, I've always felt this way about
exactly.
you. Excuse
and
me?
also, it's only a year later, by the way. So it's not like it's been years and then they bump into each other. And
context,
like,
context is important.
Yeah.
If they're like, if let's say it's like a couple of years later and then, they see each other at a bar or whatever it is, then I guess they can chat.
Yeah.
Especially if the age difference here, it's 19 and 25. I don't think it's that bad. But in this instance, because it's a year later, I think it's a bit creepy. So I'm going to say no. The answer is either yes, they're no longer in a student-teacher dynamic and they're both consenting adults. No harm in dating. Or no, a teacher should not date former students, especially when only a year has passed.
Guys,
so,
y'all need to hire us.
Next one. Okay, same scenario, but fast forward a decade. What the heck? BuzzFeed? You guys clearly, the way you write your questions, it's a very obvious way that you're writing them.
Yeah.
A teacher reconnects with their student 10 years after graduation. The former student is now 28. The teacher is 34. Can they date? 100%. They can. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years.
I don't
Look,
know.
now in the conversation that the teacher has with the students, the teacher still cannot say, dude, when I was sitting there teaching you algebra, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think the teacher has to be mature enough to go like, hey, like you can't say we had a connection. That's weird. I think the teacher just needs to be like, hey, dude, how you doing? What's happening? It must start from zero. Like, I know I was your teacher, but like, hey, we're getting to know each other differently now.
I don't know.
My answer is yes to this one. Also, we didn't give the statistics for the previous one. The previous one, they said no. 61% of people said no, and 39% of people said yes. This one, I'm going to say yes. There's two options. Yes, a lot of time has passed, and they're close enough in age. No big deal if they date. Or no, it's still weird. A teacher should never date a former student.
Don't you think, though, that the teacher will always see the student as a student? Like, they'll always feel like they have some sort of power over them.
Not at 28. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to tell me to bring home homework. or you're not going to tell me to do homework at 28, brother.
No, but like in a varsity scenario.
Nah, I think it's cool. I think it's fine. By 28, you should be smart enough as well, is what I'm hoping. So you're saying no?
Yeah, I'm still saying no.
I'm saying yes. And guess what? 78% of people agree with me. 22% say it's weird. Okay?
Next. Many years ago, your friend dated Taylor. It ended amicably.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Do you know what?
It ended amicably. I saw the word and I was like, Robyn, this is gonna be bumpy. I looked down and I was like, here we go. Nook and Puck. It's time for you to showcase your skills.
100%. As soon as I saw it, I was like,
as soon as I saw it, I said,
it's gonna give me trouble.
Nookem, let's go. Let's see what you guys got. Let's see what your English teachers did.
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool.
Do you want to try it again? Or should I just say it?
I think so. No, I'm going to say it.
Go for it.
Many years ago, your friend dated Taylor. It ended amicably.
Good. There you go. There you go.
That was a struggle. And your friend is happily married to someone else.
Okay.
You and Taylor bump into each other at a bar. There are sparks. Can you date? No.
I think you can.
What?
You're married.
It doesn't matter.
It says,
You
okay,
can't
let me
play
read
with
it again.
one-
Many years ago, your friend dated Taylor. It ended amicably, meaning like for the
was
NOCUM students. It means there was no beef when it ended. It just ended. It was friendly and it ended.
Nah.
When you guys ended it, there was nothing bad that neither party did. And your friend is happily married. Now your friend is happily married to someone else. You and Taylor bump into each other at a bar. There are sparks. Can you date? I'm saying yeah.
I'm saying
You
no.
you can't be married and still feel something about this person.
It's not how I
About
feel about
Taylor?
it. It's how I feel about my friend Taylor.
But I mean, it's years later. It says many years ago. Many for me is maybe 4 or 5 years, which means you've been married for quite a while.
Nah, it's still a no for
Really?
me. Yeah.
Nah, I think it's cool.
Guys, Clive is worrying me.
I think it's cool.
Okay.
I think it's cool. If one of my friends, if I dated someone back in the day, it ended amicably.
Oh, vengeance is the Lord's.
and it ended amicably. Okay. Then one of my friends sees this girl at a bar, and there's sparks. I'm not gonna say no to the dude.
Okay, but
I'm gonna say, yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm happily married. I'm married. I found my person. Maybe she's yours. It ended amicably.
okay, what if I was the one who was dating you and then it ended amicably?
Okay.
Okay, but that word. Don't laugh at me because it shows you flames as
Robin
well.
said it ended amicably. It ended amicably.
Amicably.
Okay.
I guess not. It's
There's
fine.
no problem,
Yeah.
guys. Here are the two answers, okay? The first one is yes, if enough time has passed and everyone has moved on with their lives, it should be fine to date a friend's ex. No, a friend's exes are off limits forever. No exceptions. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm answering yes, but if you're gonna answer no, let's see what the
Guys, you know what? Is there something wrong with me? I'm very, in my thinking, I'm very strict.
okay.
In terms of boundaries, if, there's no gray, there's no in between for me. It has to be black or white. Even in, some of the arguments that we have, where if
Ooh.
Clive had to say to me, hey, babe, we're leaving at 4:30. I'm ready at 4:30 and I'm like, let's go.
Are you done?
If it's no, don't lie.
Cool. Nah, I feel you.
I'm saying at work.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Oh, you should have said that. Yeah.
And if I'm waiting and it takes longer, I'm like, but you said 4:30, so let's go at 4:30.
But here's the problem with black and white. You have to leave space for context. You have
He
to leave
always
space
says
for
that to me, by the way.
which because I'm saying you have to leave space. Nothing is black and white.
I don't know.
Absolutely nothing is black and white.
Okay.
Context changes everything.
I know that.
So if let's say I'm about to leave at 4:30, what's happened before? I'm
Yeah.
about to leave at 4:30. Somebody phones me.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone with this person. You remember?
Yeah.
I was on the phone with this person for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't make the phone call.
Yeah.
The person called me.
Yeah.
So I'm picking up the phone innocently. I don't know that I'm going to be on the phone for the next 5 or 10 minutes. So now it's 4:45, not 4:30. You have to be able to go, yes, we did say 4:30, but life happens.
I know that. So my mind understands that. It understands that concept. But my emotions and my heart, I don't know what it is. And I'm trying my best to get out of that thinking pattern. But there's no black and white for me. I don't know what it is.
Here's the tricky part. The tricky part is...
there's no gray or in between.
The tricky part about that is that imagine if people did that with you. Imagine if people said, okay, Rob's with you, there's no gray.
I know,
If
I
you
know
said-
that. I
you see what I'm
hear
saying?
you.
'Cause then- 'cause then
I hear you,
everyone's
but I'm saying to you, my heart, I don't know if it's a patience thing or if it's
I think it's an
integrity
expectations
or
thing.
expectations.
I think it's an expectations thing. So, that's the thing. People can only do what they people can only do what they know in that moment. So in that moment, I'm going like, hey, the rest of my day looks pretty open. So we should be able to leave at 4:30.
Yeah.
So yes, sure, we'll leave at 4:30.
Yeah.
But life is going to happen. And the thing is, if everybody lives like it's either black and white, there's no nuance, there's no context, then what we're essentially saying is we expect perfection from every person. And that means that people should now start to expect perfection from you,
me.
which is an unfair expectation on anybody. It means like, geez Louise. So if I say like anything, I don't know, like tonight, like that's why sometimes people go like, hey, I'm thinking of leaving at 4:30. What do you think? Okay, cool. Then everybody, and you don't want that in your conversations. Hey, I'm gonna try to be ready at 4:30, but I just want to let you know in case maybe someone might phone me or someone walks into I got an email. It's tricky.
Maybe
I feel you.
A psychologist. I don't know what
I feel you. I think life is better with nuance. I don't think it should be nuance and things like that should not be an excuse for tardiness. So I'm not saying people should like intentionally be tardy and not respect.
But that's the weird thing. So I know that
what,
the person is not doing it intentionally. I know that I know that it's not done maliciously on the other side. But I'm still like, but you said such and such.
Sure.
I need to get rid of that. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
I think it's possible. Because like I said, otherwise, people are going to be. It's going to be very difficult for you and for people on the other side, because it's like everybody's going to now expect perfection. So when I come down to your office, I'm just going to be waiting at 4:30 and go like, well, there's no black and white. And then now imagine if there's something legitimate. You're legitimately doing something, but I'm in your office and I'm mad that we're not leaving at 4:30. But there's a legitimate, like there's a student, for instance, that's just come. Hey guys, I need this. Now if I don't understand context and nuance, imagine me standing there putting more pressure on you, and you're dealing with a student, and I'm like, you said 4:30. I should do the maths on my side to go like, this is because you originally said 4:30. Whatever's happening now is something that's just happened. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And finally, last question, number 13. I believe there's 13 questions. You and your best friend have been inseparable since childhood. It's the most important friendship in your life, but lately you've been wondering if there might be a deeper connection between the two of you.
No.
Should you pursue it?
Stop it.
You and your best friend
Just
have been
stop.
inseparable since childhood. I think if
no.
you're saying that
Are you going to say yes?
like if people have been best friends since childhood and they're not like if they're in like their late 20s now.
Yeah.
And they've been best friends. I don't see why they wouldn't if they've been best friends since childhood.
Look, I don't think it's a problem, but what happens if something goes wrong? You've lost your best friend.
But I mean, everybody takes that chance. Everybody takes that chance. I think if it's like
You've basically lost family. You're basically dating family at that point.
yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, the person is close enough. They know your parents. They know, they know a lot about you, I guess. But that might make them better suited to marry you or to be in a relationship with you. I don't think it should ever be a settling thing. So I don't think that it should be like, well, hey, look, neither of us are married, and let's just, if there's a genuine connection there, like one of you feels, also that we're running out of battery life again.
Sorry, I was just gonna say the reason why I'm also saying no is because that friend probably knows as well, like the different things that you'd gone through with your other exes. And
Context.
I don't know if like I can again, see guys,
Right.
I don't know if I can separate like in my mind that thing.
Sure.
I don't know.
Okay, let's answer before the battery dies. It says yes, if there's a chance this person could be the one, you should go for it. I'm saying yes. Or no, it's not worth it's not worth risking such an important friendship. Date other people. I'm going to say yes.
I said no.
Let's see.
Clive is right
74%
again.
yes, 26% no. Hey, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I
Let
like
us
that.
know if this format vlogging is cool for you guys. Let us know as well if you'd like us to start a podcast and what that podcast should be called.
Is this really a vlog though?
I like it. I think this is a vlog. I think this is a great vlog.
That was really cool. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Hey, we love you guys. If you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe. My name is Clive.
I'm Robyn.
We're the NYAKUDZIs, and we will see you next week. Ciao, everybody.
Bye.